Hey, welcome back guys. It's part 2 of the beginner's guide, and today we're going to go over some other aspects of the game, help you learn a little bit more here, and so you can do the best you can with this. You know what I mean? So let's go over, let's see what we do today. We're going to go over a few things we did yesterday, but we're also going to go over some new stuff. So as you know, and I did tell you this right away, game currency right there. Very, very, very important. That is where you buy anything pretty much that you want. It's how you play the game. If you don't have any free time here or here, it's the world. Okay, now Alliance Essence, that'll be this right here, Alliance Essence. I got 263,000 Alliance Essence. Now how do you use that? What I do is I want to go to shop, and these get you player shards. Alright, and then you go to social, and you go over there. Now this is where I can use these. For 150 I can buy a mini arena pack, which my computer's downloading. There was just a new update to the game. This might take a few minutes. I'm going to pause it here until everything updates. Wait a minute guys. Okay, I think we're all updated and we're back now. So like I said, when you play PvP, player versus player, you earn these shards, and this is where you can spend them. So if you're just starting out in the game, you usually buy the smaller ones, and what that does is give you 3 hero fragments. Your most common ones you'll get, some uncommon ones, and some very rare ones. You always take it, so everything's a gamble. Nothing's guaranteed on those, okay? And then here you have a little bit chance for a little bit bigger package. This one gives you 7 hero fragments, but of course it's going to cost you a little bit more. And then I think the heroes I thought they stayed the same throughout all 3 of these. Maybe they don't. We'll find out here in just a minute, I guess. And then the big package for 10K, whoops, sorry, that's why it changed. I put on the wrong one. So this one's 350. 350 for which gives you 7. Both of the Alliance and the PvPs have the same shard turnout. It's 3, 7, and 16, I believe. So yeah, there we go. There's our chances. And if you click on one of those, it will tell you how many shards you have. So maybe you need to know, maybe you know you're short on Batman, but you don't know how many. So you just click on it, and I got everybody maxed, so it's not going to tell me, but. Yeah, so there we go. There's one guy. See, I have 2,713 of them out of 310, and the reason it says that is because I have not took him to L5 yet. And unless they do a rework, I don't plan on it. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's how them work. And, when you run down to 0, you're out. And of course, these here then would be your alliance points, the ones you earn every week being with the UJLA family alliances. You earn them, and this is where you can spend them. And also, they do these here for a beginner. I do not recommend these. I just don't. Most beginners, I think their best package is to wait until they can afford this one here, and buying that as often as they can until they get a little bit better up. 3 is not worth it. 3 shot unless you really, really need it. So rank up a player, then just don't do this one, in my opinion. This is your best. So, but I don't do these at all. Well, I do because I got 6 million almost, but for the starting out guy, I wouldn't do it. So we got that. Okay, let's go back here and let's see. Okay, let's go and do affinities here. I'll show you 2 ways to do this here. We'll go to my heroes. And as you can see, they each got a little sign down here, an eye, a fist, whatever you want to call that. But them are your affinities. It's just the same as rock, paper, scissors. One beats the other. There's always one stronger than the other, okay? So what you have here is these. It's very important to understand their affinities in the game. There are 3 affinities in the game. The Mystiques are the blue. The Energy is the green. And the physical are the red ones. So why is that important to know? Let's say that I am going to go into a PvP match, and I'll just get in here one quick. And let's say, who do I want? Who's the highest score on here? And we'll try that one. Philly Philosophy, okay? So, and I noticed that he has 2 greens, a blue, and a red. So he's got 2 energy, physical, and a mystic. So what does that mean to me? Exactly, I don't understand. So here's our deal. Physical, energy, mystic. Physical beats mystic. Mystic beats energy. Energy beats physical. That's very important. Now they have 2 energy. So I more than likely want to figure out a team that has 2 mystics. Okay, so then I would go, we'll get rid of that. And that's, yeah, so let's just go, I'll pick her. She looks like a bonus tune. He's a bonus tune. Santana, oh yeah, and let's see, so I got my 2 mystics, right? My 2 blues, that should beat the green. That should be able to beat the green. And then I need a blue and a red also. Or I mean a red and a green. So go, I've been liking this guy lately. He's done pretty good for me. Let's see how he can do. And I need a red. Yeah, let's just do him. We'll do him. We'll do it easy. Quick win, hopefully. So, I should be all set to go. My team power is 33,600. Theirs is 32,864. I got a pretty good lead on them. I'm going to pause the game so I don't waste too much time playing, but I'll come back as soon as it's over. Alright, I'm just about to the end. I think I'm going to win with this move, so I decided to start it back up. You can watch the end. The reason I did that is because I can only record 15 minutes at a time, so in order not to waste too much time showing you a video of that someone else playing the game that you already play, I decided to pause that there. So I might do a couple of videos tonight too. Got a lot we can talk about, get over. So we'll see. So yeah, so you see, as I won partially because I had the right affinities, that helped definitely. Now another thing that you need to keep in mind, I feel this is very important. I see where some people don't do it sometimes, and I've been beat by teams that don't do it sometimes. But some of your heroes have team leader abilities, and some do not. And the team leader is always up at the top. Okay, what I mean is Zod. It's always going to be their 5th ability. If I click on that, you will see if he's a team leader. Team leader means all allies gain a 15% crit chance. If teammate deals a critical hit, 70% chance for Zod to gain death immunity, and 10% chance for teammate if Kryptonian. Alright, but some heroes do not have a leader ability whatsoever. Like Scarecrow. He is not someone you would put in the team leader position, you see? It's a passive ability. If they don't have a team leader ability, your last 2 are going to be passive abilities, and your first 3, normally for most heroes, some have 3, some have 4. I think there's even one that only has, well, there's one that only has 2, I believe, but your first 3 are normally going to be what you do in the game as far as taking hits, hitting someone. Okay, so this deals damage, applies 3 hit chance downs, so that does damage to your opponent. That's a hit chance down. That does damage to your opponent. Damage to an enemy. That does damage to your opponent. But here you have passives. Now these just trigger because of certain situations that happen within the gameplay. So his passive is you start the battle with invisibility, 40% chance to gain invisibility, and 10% turn meter up at the start of each enemy's turn. So not a bad quality, right? And then when you go legendary, like we have here, I already had that done, you have an equal chance to apply 3 hit chance downs to an enemy, which actually for him is it's pretty good. I mean, he's a very good character. That's why he's at the top. Oh, I'm sorry, and that wasn't, yeah. See, oh, yeah, okay, there. And then his other passive, because he does not have a leader ability, is if the enemy misses an attack, you have a 50% chance to use Living Nightmare, which is this one right here. Apply 2 speeds down to target. So you see, he's a pretty good player. You see, of all the players, all the heroes I have, you know, even the rebirthed ones, them are rebirthed. That's why they're in gold. These are legendary. These are rebirth, and I have one that's not legendary. They're a different color. But that's how that works there. Alright, so what I want to know now is we understand there are some that are leaders and some that are not. So how does that play into the game, Adam? Well, let me explain it here real quick. What we would do is pick a team. I don't have any easy ones, but let's do it. Let's take Donna 92 out. I think we can do her. So, what I want to do here, let me pause it and figure out a team. I'll be right back. Alright, now you'll see that I picked my team out, and she has a team leader ability. The rest of them do not. You can have team leaders in the other spots, but the very top spot is where you put a team leader always. So we will go and play real quick. I'm running out of time. I got about 3 minutes left, so we'll just do a quick game, and then I'll do two segments tonight. So there will be another recording after this one later on. I'll get into some more details of the game. We'll get into some of the abilities quick. Now for the abilities, for most of your team, you're going to have 3 options down here when it's their turn. This is Harley Quinn's. Some of them are not available right away. But normally the one on the right will be the AoE, if they have it, Area of Effect, where it hits all the enemies. Some do, some don't. Depends on the player, but they do have the ability to do an attack that hits all of them. That's not always a good thing. Depends how it's used and if it's used correctly. Now you see I use that up and I have to wait 4 more turns before I can use that. So I gotta go with that one. You see, now that was his third, but that did not do an AoE, they call it, Area of Effect, because he does not have that ability. But see here, he has his AoE is actually the second one, which gives bleeds to the entire team. See, it's about learning their moves, what they do, because here you see, alright, this is damage to an enemy. There's a 90% damage if the target has no buffs. Call assist if target has no buffs. These are buffs. Now you see he has buffs. So it might be a better idea to shoot at him. Especially since I got the green arrow, which means red beats blue. Always. It doesn't mean you were necessarily going to kill him. It just means you had the upper hand. So my best bet is to shoot at him, and then boom. Now you will see her third ability is damage to an enemy. There's a 35% chance to stun. Stun means it kind of knocks them silly for a minute. 5% additional chance to stun per stamina up on Big Barda. So if I want to know how many stamina ups she has, I go over here. Stamina up, stamina up, stamina up, stamina up. 5 of them right now. 6. Oh, we got a whole bunch. We are doing fine in stamina. Stamina and men's, we are just killing. So, yeah. So maybe I want to do that one. I have a real good chance of stunning and knocking him out. And we do see, stun, you see. Another AoE for him. And then we take him out. And we're down. I gotta go, guys. I got 10 seconds left before I have to quit. I'll send this out to you guys, and I'll get a little more serious on the next one.